All right, we back with another video, and today it looks like the mayor, Katie Wilson, might just be getting recalled.
The Biden Seattle shooting and the resignation of Police Chief Sean Barnes are factors in a brand new recall effort against Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson. Recall charges just filed accuse the mayor of being derelict in her duties when it comes to public safety.
Yeah, if you don't know much about her, she is quite a piece of work. The way that she has responded in some cases to the violence going on in her city, and some of the things that's going on has been abhorrent. And all you got to do is just go and look at any of her press conferences to see. It's almost like she does not care about what's happening to the citizens in her community. And that's scary work because when you get politicians that can sit there and smile in your face and basically tell you that it's basically okay that your family might get mugged tonight because muggings are on the rise. That's kind of crazy work, but what is the world coming to, especially in some of these, I don't dare I say it, left wing cities, because here we try to stay as neutral as possible and call out both sides. It that left wing gotta come in at some point because at the end of the day, like, crazy doesn't sell.
KOMO's Jeremy Harris talked to the people behind the effort and continues our team coverage live tonight in Seattle. Jeremy?
Yeah, Mayor Wilson, as we've reported, is facing pressure from a lot of different sides, including with a very divided city council who's upset with her over her decision to push out Chief Sean Barnes, the response to the Bite of Seattle shooting, as well as her decision to turn off public surveillance cameras. Well, now a woman in North Seattle says she believes.
Now, I don't understand the whole city surveillance camera argument because I feel like if you ask the left or the right or just any average person, do they want to be watched 24/7 in the interest of safety? They would probably tell you no. It's just not really an American idea. It's not really something that us Americans like. We don't like that our phone records things unless we're intentionally trying to record it. We don't want anything to do with that type of stuff. So, yes, most people are probably in favor of taking down the surveillance, but that can't be the only argument. There's several problems with this lady. Just because she has one thing that works for her doesn't erase all the other issues.
Believes she can get enough support to force the mayor out of office.
I've taken heat in my life before. I'm ready for it. Somebody had to do it.
Melinda Jacobson knows.
Wow. Wow. Now, to think that this mayor is young, she done pissed off these old people, and these old people is not about to play with her. Because you know what? One thing about old people, they vote. Okay? So you might have gotten in basically because they weren't paying attention or, some were willing to give you a chance. But once you piss them off, old people will get to them polls to get you up out of there.
It will be a tough process.
It's not political gainship at all. It's what the city needs.
But she believes she can recall Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson.
It needs to be done. And again, it's nothing personal against her. She's just not right for the position at this time.
Jacobson filed this paperwork.
In other words, this is not politics. This is just business. Like, one thing you got to commend about some of these citizens, not all, but some, especially when they step up to the plate and they see an injustice and they willing to go toe to toe. Like, you got to commend them. You really do, because again, she just said this is not political, this is just business. And here on this channel, we believe that if you're not doing the right thing, no matter which side of the aisle you're on, that's a problem. That's a problem for us all.
Paperwork known as a recall charge against Wilson. This is the start of what could become a petition to recall Wilson from office. There are certain standards that have to be met, and you think you've met those standards.
I believe so. I did a lot of research on it.
Jacobson's petition accuses Wilson of dereliction of her duty as mayor. It cites the ongoing public safety issues on Aurora Avenue, as well as rampant drug use in Little Saigon, and Wilson's order to shut off public surveillance cameras in Pioneer Square. It also
I can guarantee you, if the crime was not happening, the cameras wouldn't be needed. So the cameras are almost just wrapped into this. You seen that shooting? That's too much. Like, if you're down trying to just grab a burger with your family and that's happening across the street. Could you imagine? And then she comes out with a smug face during a conference and basically says, not a big deal.
Also says the mayor failed the city by forcing out former Chief Sean Barnes just days after the Bite of Seattle shooting.
She's going to have people watching every move she makes because it's not just me that's fed up. It's a number of citizens. It's a city council. They've gone on record, most of them.
But filing paperwork doesn't guarantee there will even be a recall petition. The prosecuting attorney's office will have to review Jacobson's charges and then refer them to a judge if they meet technical standards. You think that this petition can?
I feel like that's too many hoops. Like, if you ever look into the legislation and like how it all works in some of these states and some of these local municipalities in order to like recall someone, or like, it shouldn't be this hard. Like, I feel like at this point, we should just go ahead and make everybody have an ID and do facial scans to vote so that we can verify you are who you are. And then from there, we should be able to vote on hundreds of bills, including if we want to start a recall position, this should be on an app. It should be as simple as many of these political texts as you get, asking you to give you some feedback on these different political campaigns. It should be as simple as that. Do you want to recall the mayor? Yes or no? Yes. And then, add it up, tally it up. You got 6 weeks to answer, etc., and push it through. Like, the fact that it's got to go through so many like hoops is just telling you that like we have way too much bureaucracy going on.
And go through and actually remove her from office.
I hope that the district prosecutor attorney that looks at it will understand. It's very, in my opinion, well laid out. It's time to admit that you're not right for the job. Resign quietly and let somebody else that knows how a city should run do the work. She's making us a laughingstock around the country.
Now this afternoon, I just heard back from the mayor's staff. They say they're aware that this paperwork has been filed at the election office. They say it does not appear to have merit for these recall charges.
Now, what's so crazy about this is that's going to always be the response. These charges don't have merit. But again, you can look at the results. You can look at the crime. You can watch the news. You can see the attitudes within the area that it's being referred to, as well as around the country. Like, it's just not working. And so these people who we unfortunately like to run, you have to have some kind of pride, some kind of ego, and like a little bit of narcissism. And so because of that, like trying to get them to just step down and realize, like, you know what, I'm not right for the job is nearly impossible. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think this lady should be recalled? Do y'all think she should get another chance? Do y'all think she gonna do anything different now that this recall is even on the plate?